What's happening, crypto fam? Happy Tuesday. Good morning and welcome back to Up for Crypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content. So thank you. Let's get into it. Seeing something here. World Economic Forum representative joining Swell. Gonna do a keynote at Swell. Gonna praise cryptocurrencies at Swell. Yeah. Gonna try and shoot down this criminal BS. It's for cryptocurrencies, Zippy. It's for cryptocurrencies. Used for criminals. Right, let's get into it. In an interview with the Voice of Women, head of blockchain data and digital assets of the World Economic Forum, Sheila Warren. Her name sounds Australian. Sheila Warren. Sheila Warren? You know Sheila Warren from the WEF? Yeah. Sorry. Can't help myself sometimes. Sheila Warren spoke about blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Warren predicts that these new technologies will be an intrinsic part of the world and society in the upcoming years. I keep saying they're going to change the world more than the world has ever changed. We're about to see the world change more than ever. Now, if you're finding it hard to think about times when the world drastically changed, think recently, World War II, the plane, the computer, even the train, the automobile, yeah, the wheel back in the day. The world's changed many times. This next change into the digital revolution will be the biggest change the world's ever seen. Except for maybe when the moon hit it. You know what I'm saying? When the two planets, like billions of years ago, maybe that was a bigger event. Global. But regarding human species, mate, nah, this is it. This is the next big step in human progression. At this point, excuse me, they will no longer have the media coverage they have today because they'll be taken for granted, just like the internet. Just like W3C saying, there'll be that little friction in the future. There'll be no payments. You won't even notice them. Just like you don't think of a text message as sending someone a letter, do you? You go back to 1950, mate, and tell them what you're doing. You're typing a letter and fucking sending it, mate. It's a letter. But we don't think of it as a letter because it's a text message. You take that for granted. Go back to the 1800s or 1700s when they're sending flaming pigeons, mate, before the telegram poles and that. Seriously, go back to when they're sending pigeons and tell them what they've got now. And they'll be like, yo, what? You send letters through light and radio frequency. What? Fuck's radio frequency? What you want? What you talking? Witch? We got a witch here, Jeff. Got a fucking witch here, mate. He's talking a load of bollocks about electrons and protons and radio frequency. I think we should burn the fucker, mate. Burn him. Burn that mother. That's what had happened, mate. Be real talk. So, thus Warren predicted a change in the way business will be done. Right? This is the be all and end all of it now when it gets to it. Just the same way that I've said it all the time. The amount of data we create now is unbelievable compared to the 1990s. Never mind the 50s, 40s, and before then. What can be said about value? It's crazy. In a decade, major businesses will be supported by blockchain. Referring to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Warren said she's optimistic. She's in opposition to the popular belief that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are used for illicit activities. Are they used by criminals, Zippy? You fucking weapon. We don't want that in our economy. You know what I mean? I'm getting tired of that narrative, and I'm hoping she's going to come up at Swell for the as a World Economic representative at Swell and put it to bed. You've got the IMF. You've got the IMF SDR basket review coming up. You've got a World Economic Forum fucking conference in January. Got Swell with this keynote from World Economic. I've got a feel. I'm hoping that this narrative starts changing a little bit, because we know the currency used by criminals the most is the US dollar. And the biggest criminals on the planet are the US government, closely followed by our royal family. But, you know, conversation for another day, that. What cryptocurrencies do is enable peer-to-peer engagement around money. Just like the internet enabled us to share contact very quickly with people all over the world, seamlessly, frictionlessly, and at a fraction of the cost. The same thing can be true of money. And can you imagine the world in, well, it says, and you can imagine a world in which we could engage in direct seamless transactions with any individual with a digital wallet. But it should really be saying, can you imagine? And can you imagine the world in which you can engage in direct seamless transaction with any individual, anywhere in the world, at any point in time? Payments by anyone using anything of value to anywhere in the world. We've already said it. See, the ownership and logistics becomes a little bit of a, let's sort that out, won't they? But don't act like you don't send money to an Australian company and wait for the product to come. Don't act like you don't. The difference is the settlement in the background. You've got a pending payment in your bank there waiting for the money before they ship it, blah, 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 blah. 3 weeks later, your Chinese item comes off Wish. You're like, fucking knew I should have done Amazon. Fucking can't beat Prime, bruh. You can't beat, I don't care how fucking cheap Alibaba and fucking Wish and all them are. Bang good. I don't care how cheap you are. Prime 1 day delivery, baby. 1 day delivery. 1 day delivery, baby. Prime don't sleep. I'm on the joke. But you know what I mean? I've got a shit on a boat, me, coming from China. Oh, fuck knows how long it's in it. I'm pretty sure it's going to circle the earth twice and then come to me after the cheeky pit stop in Antarctica. Right. Sheila has noted that for the younger generation, people who are transitioning to be householders, cryptocurrency are an investment vehicle. Therefore, Warren and the WEF hope that there will be a new wave of innovation that will allow new generations to create wealth with cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Interesting. Ripple and the micropayment revolution. Within the spectrum of innovation, Warren said the technology around micropayments and low-cost instant payments is what excites people the most on the potential of this technology to make payments and for new generations. Interesting, she stated the following. People are excited. What people are excited about is the concept of micropayments right now. It's just inefficient to send pennies to anyone. Doesn't really make sense, but imagine you could do it for free. Those pennies could quickly add up. I also think digital currency is going to change what we think about intergenerational wealth transfer. There's no question that those who are coming of age today are entering the job market, have very different needs and eye disorder. Interesting. Amongst the most innovative companies in the field pointed out by Warren is, so those in the back can hear it, Ripple. The payment solution company has been responsible for driving the growth and adoption of crypto industry in several areas. Remarkably, the Sheila Warren, some of the terminology and fucking writing and typos in these articles are ridiculous. They're making me sound like a fucking idiot. I can't actually read. Read better in my head. So, remarkably, Sheila Warren will be the keynote speaker at this year's Swell conference at Ripple. At the beginning of the week, Ripple announced the date for Swell, dated October 14th, 15th, 2020. The company has invited Warren and the WEF to discuss trends, use cases, and institutional adoption of blockchain technology with other experts. They are giving her the keynote in October. I want people to I mean, I'm not saying anything's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to catapult the price back to all-time highs. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm saying it's extremely interesting that we're running up to some major... I've got to check my terminology here. Running up to some possibly some possible major moments regarding the World Economic Forum representative giving a keynote at Swell. Only weeks after that, we have an IMF review on the SDR basket. Several weeks after that, we have an actual World Economic Forum conference at Davos. And then hopefully after that, we're on a bull run to new all-time highs. But who knows? Who knows? What we do know, I mean, this is, I mean, and again, I got to check my terminology. Hopefully this is going to be big, because if you get, we need someone like that from the World Economic Forum and from World Banks and from Bank of England and blah, blah, blah. We need them to come to conferences like Swell and other places and to stand up and to shoot down the cryptos used by criminals bullshit. It's ridiculous. I know people who launder money. I just do. Everyone does. And do you know what all them people have in common? Do you know what it is? They're shit scared of a cashless society. Yeah. Shit scared of it. All your drug dealers, all your self-employed, not self-employed, I'm self-employed. No. Hairdresser, yeah, but no. Yeah, do a bit of work on it. You know, do a bit of work on the side, Jim, and I get a bit of cash in hand, innit, Dave? A bit of cash in hand at the weekend, innit, Dave? Just do a bit of cash in hand, innit, Dave? You know what I mean? Don't hurt anyone, does it, Dave? And then you go home and moan like fuck about someone taking benefits. Going nowhere, that. Honestly, that's what gets me head. That's what does me head in the most. What? There's no difference to me. I don't give a shit, right? Theft is theft. I hands up, disclaimer. I was done for theft in the past. Fucking knobhead. And it just goes as theft. No one gives a fuck that you were sat in a bush as a lookout. No one gives a fuck that you didn't even steal anything. No one gives a fuck. Fuck. It says fucking theft. Right? Oh, shit. Yeah. So, I'm actually spent record now. I'm an ex-criminal. I'm spent. I'm reformed, mate. So don't give me shit in the comments. Man's reformed. But if I'm going out to work for cash in hand, now people are going to say, yeah, but one's working. He deserves it. Just be quiet a minute. If one guy goes out and earns cash in hand and doesn't declare that money, holds back his 20% he's supposed to give to government, he's stealing 20% off the government and the people, stealing 20% of the NHS, stealing 20% off the police, off the fire brigade, off everything that needs paying. Talk about inheritance tax and all that shit. Talk about your 20% income tax that pays for some utilities in the fucking country. Alright? You stole it. You've withheld it. You've not declared it. You fucking stole it. You might work for it, but then you stole it. Yeah? There's no difference between that person, Jeff Bezos. Yeah? There's no difference between that person and the person sat home doing absolutely nothing, claiming 200 quid a month. Because the person working is likely stealing more than 200 quid a month. Yeah? So they're both just as bad as each other. They're both just as bad as each other. went on a little bit of a rant there. You can tell I'm a little bit passionate about that subject, but honestly, it just gets to me. It gets to me. And it's trickling through into crypto the other way round. People, I mean, the majority of people know money laundering is done through cash and the dollar, and yet we're still, criminal this, criminal that. So I want someone, I'm hoping she comes up at Swell, she stood there like that. I was going to say fucking cock out and balls out, but she's a guy, he tits out. The women say that to each other. I'm going to rock in tits out and go and fucking smash it. Do you ever say that? Like, I know you're not as weird as men. Do you know what I mean? But it's empowering. You ever seen Dr. Manhattan? Just walks around, his cock and balls out like a G. Like Brad Garland House walking in the room with his 13-inch mamba. I need to go to work. We've got a bit of work this morning and we've got some packages we need to waiting for. I'm still waiting for Gar. Anyone interested in swapping? I've got, what swap? Ford Fiesta 1.6 Z-Tech S 59 model. So it's having new parts plugs. Was I going to say parts plugs then? Spark plugs. It's having new spark plugs and the new things in there. So it had a bit of a leak. It's having a new spring. It's about to get its MOT done. And I want to swap it for a van. It's worth about $2,000. I don't get what the auto trader's doing to me. That's why we need a swap shop. It's telling me that my car's worth around $2,900. And yeah, you can swap that for $2,100. I'm like, the fuck did that 8 ton just go? Where's that 8 ton gone, lad? You just said 2.9. I know you say 2.1. You take the dash out or something. I'm gonna have to go before I'm running a little bit late. But I love it because I believe in it. As much as it gets hit down, and as much as it people have still got a little bit of ammo to shit on it. At the end of the day, the way I see it, Alan, you're not wrong, mate. Every day we wake up is a day closer to the promised land. We will have our day in the sun in the end, and we will be looking round like, I'm not a told you so kind of person, me, but I'm gonna fucking do it now. I don't give a shit. I've took that much shit, excuse me, over these 3 years. Excuse me, I've took that much shit. I'm ready to be like, fucking told you, dickhead. I fucking told you. How you doing there, mate? You alright, yeah? Are you gutted? Are you proper gutted you didn't listen? This is me in 2025. Are you gutted? I'm fucking out, you. Fucking loads of people I can't wait to help, mate. Loads of them all line up there. All you line up there, single file, while we laugh like fuck at that dickhead over there who gave me shit every day of the fucking week. We love it. We love it. But yeah, it's coming. We're a day closer each day. It's coming. So, you know the dance. Invest in yourself. Hobbies. Invest in the internet of value. That's any digital assets, DeFi. Get your own project off the ground. Whatever. And wishing health and happiness to you and yours, guys. Remember, tomorrow's not promised, so enjoy today. But you still got a plan for the future, yeah? Which is what we're all doing. We're all trying to plan for the future, trying to break away at a rat race, aren't we? Trying to build our own machines instead of being a cog in some other Muppets machine. Here's one for you. Let me know in the comments what you think. We all know we're cogs in machine. Can you get out of the machine? Jeff Bezos built his own machine. Seems to have pulled away from the big machine. like getting away with massive tax bills and all that. But he's still owned, no? Would you say he's completely removed from the machine? Or would you say his new big massive machine is just another machine running inside the bigger machine? Yeah? You know, he's become a motor, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? 20 years ago, the company was just a resistor on a PCB board. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was a little cog. He was a little cog, mate. Now the motherfucker's a motor running his own little section. Is it possible to truly change the world the way that most compassionate, good, and moral people want to? It's the $1 million question for me. Like, if the people were all of a sudden put in charge, would we see the change a lot of us expect to see? Or would we actually just descend into anarchy and war? It's an interesting one. Anyway, I'm waffling something this morning, me. Sorry, I forgot the date and I want to shout it out. Something like the 12th and 15th, wasn't it? About 12th to 15th of October. I mean, I have said it previously. 14th and the 15th of October. So, let's get ready. Let's get ready. Wiggy. We might, we'll do some lives. I do some live streaming after it. Not the 10th of October like we had, we was possibly planning to replace DLT-Con, but the weekend after Swell, and then we can do some live streams and do some Q&As and do some call-ins. People can ring me up on Zoom and shit. Zoom. I'm mixed up between Zoom and Zoom, me. If I say Zoom and I'm talking about money, if I say Zoom and I'm talking about money, I actually mean Zoom. And if I say Zoom, I'm talking about an online chat, I actually mean Zoom. We're not all perfect. Don't put rubbers on pencils for nothing, June. Everyone makes mistakes. Even Einstein had an eraser. Love that one. If no one made mistakes, Tipex wouldn't exist. And on that note, take care of yourself. Enjoy your week. Until the next one, guys, we love you. We love crypto. We love XRP. We love the fact that Sheila is about to go ham. Get her nips out, whatever you women say. And let people know the script. Against the money laundering stuff is perfect for me. I feel like she's going to keynote about that. So we'll have to wait and see what she does. In the meantime, I'm getting ready for work. This has been the longest wind down on a pre-recorded video ever. But I appreciate you watching it. Thank you. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.